Hello, so this video is on function compositions. So function compositions just continues what we've been studying with our functions. All you do is basically you're combining two functions together and creating a brand new function. So here's how it works. If you're given an f of x function such as x plus 2, and you're given another function, g of x function, which might equal 2x minus 4. Okay, these are two separate functions. Now, in order to change it into a composition, you're going to write it like something like this. F of g of x equals what? So what we're wanting to do is we're going to actually take the g of x function and we're going to substitute it in for the x in the f of x function. Okay, and that's how we create a composition. So we're going to take, like I said, the g of x function, 2x minus 4, and substitute it in for the x of the f of x function. And that's how we're going to get the f of g of x. So, taking that g of x function, substituting it in for the x in the f of x function. Alright, so I'm going to leave it in parentheses so we can remember that we're substituting in. So parentheses 2x minus 4. Alright, so that's in place of the x up here in the f of x. And then what do we have left? Plus 2. And now we just simplify and combine any like terms. So we have negative 4 plus 2, which is going to leave us with negative 2. So 2x minus 2 is the solution to f of g of x. That's a composition function. Okay, it's really that simple. So if we try, let's keep this f of x and g of x. Okay, and what I'd like to do this time is actually find g of f of negative 3. So we're going to use a few more specifics here. Instead of just an x, we're going to use negative 3 as our actual value for x. And you'll see that we switch places with the g and the f. So we're going to be substituting in the f of negative 3 function into the g of x function. And so by doing this way and replacing our x with an actual value, we're going to actually get it simplified down to a numerical value instead of a simplified function. So we're going to start here on the inside and work our way out since we have a value for x. So we're going to take this negative 3, substitute it in for the x in the f of x function. So our f of x function is still x plus 2. So we're going to start by doing f of negative 3, which is going to be negative 3 plus 2. So negative 3 plus 2 is negative 1. So f of negative 3 equals negative 1. So now this is going to make life a lot easier for us as we go on to do g of f of negative 3. Alright, so really, instead of writing all this conglomeration out, we can actually just write it as g of negative 1 because f of negative 3 equals negative 1, which is this right here, so we could just write it as this. So g of negative 1, so now all we have to do is go to this g of x function and substitute in negative 1. So we have g of negative 1 equals 2 times negative 1 minus 4. 2 times negative 1 is negative 2 minus 4. It's going to give us negative 6. So g of negative 1 equals negative 6, which tells us that, if we go back to the original, g of f of negative 3 equals negative 6. That's composition functions, y'all.